Try again. Let's try again. Here we go. I will wait till I get someone in the chat. All right, so we are going to be doing Virgo. I'm going to wait it out for these people. Go figure this had to happen, right? I really thought that this time I would make it all the way to the end, but no. Still here for Libra. Thank you, Chloe. We are so close to getting to Libra. So I'm going to start Virgo now. Debbie, it's back on. It's back on TT. If you want to go back onto TT, it's back on there now. And there should be volume. Actually, could you check to make sure there's volume? Sagittarius is coming closer, Dorothy. Thank you for your patience. Thank you guys for your patience with your sign. But I actually have been blowing through this live. Like I've gone pretty fast. Like usually I'm here for 3 hours. We've gone faster. Yes, you can hear. Okay, thank you. So let's start at 155. Okay. So Virgo, like I said, that this person is a successful person and it makes them, even if they are someone who likes to isolate, they can't stay like because of their career or what they do for work. Like even if they do like to self-isolate, in order for them to be successful, they have to like be out. Okay. So they can't always be inside, even though they do kind of like spending time alone. It's like not a state of how they can be. Okay. There's also this person's like not on a spiritual journey. Okay. Like you might be, this person is not. They just have a belief, they just belong to a religion or a belief system. And that's that. They're not on this spiritual awakening journey like you might be. Um, this person's having a realization with you, feeling like there's this inner calling within them, okay, so this person has been getting an inner calling recently. Um, what is it about? To get more excited about relationships, to get up and move in their life. This person could have isolated for a really long time, not making any moves, and they're starting to realize I need to make moves. I need to get up and go. All right. So this person who is getting kind of creative in the way that they want to be in love, and they've almost like never tapped into this version of themselves, which is how someone who's more nurturing and more caring to people, especially when they've gone through hurtful times. Again, that's why they do have a more gentle approach here because they've been hurt and because of their own hurts and pains and the way that they've isolated themselves, they now can be a little bit more down to earth and a little bit more gentle and supportive to others. And they're actually very open hearted to a lot of other people's pain. So, yeah, this person is very sweet. I'm getting very sweet person. They also could be realizing that they hurt you. Okay, Virgo, could be someone who's realizing that they hurt you and um is trying to be more emotionally open to you. They may not realize how sensitive you are. Virgos are very sensitive people. Um, and Virgos aren't ones to really talk about it either. And if they do, then they do, but a lot of Virgos don't like to admit when they're hurt because they see it as like a weakness. Unless you have a water placement, you may not feel that way, but a lot of Virgos tend to not be so open when they get hurt. But this person does maybe is a little bit more gentle to you, and the hurt you've been through. This person has a lot of late. They stay up really late at night thinking. Um, About sometimes the things they've said to you. Yeah, they kinda, like, scratch their head, like, "Why did I say that?" So, yeah, this person could, have regrets about the way that they handled a connection with you. This could be someone from the past. didn't realize the ways that they hurt you or the way that what they said affected you, and so they think a lot about the way that they did it. Um, they think that they need to give more to you, Virgo, so this looks like someone coming back on in who feels like I need to right my wrongs. I'm getting that Bryson Tyler song, Right My Wrongs. They do want to give to you, Virgo, with the Six of Pentacles being in reverse, someone wanting to give to you after a time of you were giving, giving, giving. I feel like you're kind of like pulling back. And that's a sign like, okay, I hurt Virgo somehow. This person's very attracted to you and wants to fight for the connection. So could be dealing with an Aries here, possibly. I see Aries, Capricorn, Virgo. Yeah, that's what I see so far. That's how they're feeling, like, "I wanna give to you." I This person coulda cheated on you, okay, and has a lot of regrets on the way that they treated you. Okay. This person's very paranoid or very cautious with that Nine of Swords and now the Nine of Wands in reverse. This person's very, overly cautious, and it's honestly blocking your progress. So I feel like there's a lot of, blame on their part almost here for blocking the progress. They're kinda like, again, they wanna right their wrongs with you. Again, I keep getting that. Okay, so what are they thinking here? Let's change the deck. What are they thinking here when it comes to Virgo? This could also be someone who was dealing with somebody in the past, um, and, has been very hurt, and has a lot of late nights. Like, they're attracted to you, but they're fighting the connection because they're overly cautious. Some of you guys, it's not an old person, but it is somebody who's fighting the connection because they're very cautious and, honestly worried about being hurt again after, being hurt from something previous, and so that's like, I don't know if I have the fuel in the tank, because I have been hurt, and I feel like this person likes to be in control. Strong fire sign here, Virgo, Aries, Leo, okay? Um, this is someone who likes to be in control and does not talk about when they get hurt. This is someone who is very patient, is very cautious, even a little paranoid, and kind of wants to go through the trial period with you and see if, you know, they can regulate themselves to feel like they can be in something committed. But it's just gonna take them a while. But they might want to give to you after realizing, "Okay, like, I understand, like, I'm not ready, but I don't have to be a dick, or I don't have to be a bitch." You know what I'm saying? Like, this person doesn't have to be rude. Um, so it's giving something like that. Person's trying to let go of a previous commitment possibly here. They could have been committed before, and so they're trying to let go of that previous commitment. Again, this person's very sexually attracted to you. They wanna put their fears behind them. Okay, with that moon card being here, I wanna put my fears behind me because with the moon being here, they have this they could imagine sex with you a lot. Like they get a lot of like sexual kind of urges. I'm hearing "Work in Me" by that song "Work in Me." She be working me overtime. Mhm. But that also would need to take time. God. That also needs to be time because I'm too defensive to let anybody in. So I mean I want to have sex with Virgo and like I'm desiring them sexually, but I'm also like very cautious of Virgo. I don't really trust Virgo. I'm very worried about Virgo. I'm worried Virgo might be dealing with somebody else, so I'm worried about that. This person overthinks a lot. This person could be worried that you've moved on. Is it too late to be with Virgo? Will Virgo want me? I'm like, 1,000 questions instead of just coming and asking to you. Nope, don't wanna ask. Just wants to think about it. Death card in reverse. This person is not ready to say it's over. Yeah, this person does not want it to end between you two, and so they're trying to judge what is the right thing to do. What is the right thing to do? I'm not ready to call it quits. I'm not ready to say it's over. He is an overthinker like me. Okay, Debbie. Yeah. Like I could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Scorpio or a Virgo like yourself as well. I see Virgo twice. With the death card here in reverse, it's like this person just replays. I'm hearing that song. Is it Nelly? Over and over and again. I think about it over and over again. So this person thinks about something that happened over and over again, and they're trying to judge it. Yeah, they wanna be open to you, like, I've really held a lot back from you, Virgo, and I have an intense fear of trusting someone. It's almost like an irrational fear, you know? But, yeah, this person has an intense fear of trusting somebody. They feel like it's real, like, they make it sound very realistic. It makes sense why someone would be, paranoid or worried about these things because these are all things that leave us vulnerable to pain. So, yeah, it makes sense, but it's also like, get to know me. It's like this person's very cautious without actually, like, enjoying time with you and spending time with you with that 8 of Wands, it's like spend time with me and find out. So this person may be, realizing from a realistic viewpoint, I need to spend time with Virgo to find out because I'm projecting. Okay, so this person, hi Mary. Hello, hello. Yeah, this person could be projecting. So this person's needing to communicate to you that they want to reach a goal with you. This is very something determined. I want to reach a goal with you. I want to see how it goes. I want to let go of my fear. I want to try to, but I'm very afraid. So this person may be way more vulnerable with you than they ever have in the past because they're going through a transformation. But they realize I don't want to let Virgo go, but I also have to be vulnerable, and so that's what's keeping them up, like, how much do I tell Virgo, So, yeah, okay. I'm just feeling like, Virgo, this person's like, "How long will this go on for?" Because they're angry or they feel very hurt by something that you said, and you hit a limit with them, like, you said something very quick. Virgos can have a tongue where they say things and, it's not necessarily their intention to hurt. It was to just point out what they believe to be true. But that doesn't mean that you did not hurt this person because you did. And so that was the breaking point for them. And they still harbor over the words that you said. It's not what you did, it's what you said. And it made them very hurt and very angry. And it pushed them. Yeah, I'm hearing that song. I need a little room to breathe. Push me one more over to the edge, and I'm about to break. So you push this person really outside of their comfort zone. Um, It's like you kinda left them empty maybe, or this person or it was someone previous to them. If it's not you, then it's somebody else, and it left them empty with not a lot to give. So it's either you or someone previous to them, and they're kind of exhausted, they're really exhausted from what they went through, here, and so they put intentional separation between you 2 because of the situations they've been through. It's intentional. Sometimes, Virgo, you may not like this, but this person's only hanging out with you because they're bored. So single Virgos, be careful of that. Like, does this person really like you, or are they hanging out with you because they're bored? Um, they do like the memories shared with you. Like when they think of you, Virgo, they reminisce on it and they really enjoy time spent with you. So that's probably why they've come back to you. Yeah, again, they really enjoy spending time with you. And I feel like they'd like to spend more quality time with you. Um, they enjoy going out. You guys could still be friends, okay? But they wanna be more than friends, so that could be something here, like, there's also, like, a friend vibe to you too. Sorry, that was too many. Okay, they could have been involved with other people, okay? They could be involved with other people as well, and that needs to end because they're realizing they wanna invest in just in enjoying life, and they wanna enjoy that with somebody, but, you know, you feel like a sense of security. You feel like someone that they could have that kinda life fulfilled with, that sense of security with. Doesn't mean it's not gonna be hard to invest in that kinda life, but at least it would lead to some sense of security that they haven't really been able to find with others, and so they need to change this victim mentality and look for hope as the outcome, okay? With the Ten of Swords, like, they play the narratives of previous traumas and pains and put you as the next person, and that's not, I'm hearing, fair. Um, but they could also feel like you said some things that made them scared. So, they need to but again, with that 8 of Wands, they need to express those things to you, and they need to end this round and round paranoia, because it's making them unable to move forward, and they just need to be the change that they're looking for, which they can't do from a place of paranoia. So you really can't help this person, Virgo. You can only be there and accept what they give and decide, "Do I wanna accept that?" But they are changing towards an ending to be with you. They want, yeah, realizations, epiphanies, awakenings. This person needs to wake up. They're living in this previous pains and they're realizing like light bulb moment, I need to establish like maybe they want to establish family or they want to establish some sense of security, right? With the King of Pentacles, that's someone who wants somebody who is trustworthy. And, they do think very practically, even though they're an overthinker. So it could be an earth sign mixed with like fire or an earth sign mixed with air. But this is someone who wants to establish a sense of security and does believe in commitment or does believe in um like a marriage. They do. They do believe in those kind of things. So they do want to develop that with a partner. So they do want to they I feel like their desire is a sense of realizing and understanding that they're afraid of something that they really just want to have. And I do think that you look like someone who they could have that with, and that scares them. But you can't do anything to really change this. And you have to look for what you want. And if you're looking for someone you can have a foundation with, then you need someone who's trying to at least be ready, not push you away. All right. So that is what I have for Virgo signs you could be dealing with. We have Virgo Gemini. We have Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aries, Virgo, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aries, Virgo, Pisces, Pisces. All right. I don't know how this one's gonna work out. Because I wasn't trying to put too much on the emphasis of you, just explaining them. Um, so we'll have to check in tomorrow about how you're feeling towards love and what's going on in your life, period. That'll be like whatever comes out tomorrow. That'll be all about you. I don't want to take too much time getting into you guys unless you dictate the reading. But you came out a little bit, but not too much. Okay. Next, we are doing Libra. I know someone in the chat has been very patient for Libra. Okay. So Libra's turn. This is single Libras. Okay. Single Libras. All right. So this is going to be for my single Libras. We're going to get a general to see Libra what is going on in your life for my singles, and then what's going on in love. We're going to pull two cards here. I did do Leo. Yes, Leo was done at an hour, 35 minutes, and 55 seconds. All right, Libra. Oh, I look pretty. Thank you, Debbie. That's so nice. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your life. Put things together piece by piece and reveal a bigger picture. So it's kind of giving like you're fine tuning the details of how you want your life to look, but it's not all pieced together. So there you could be going through a confusing time or not I feel like it's like you think you know, and then when you look at the bigger picture, you only had a piece, but you didn't see it all. So that could be something you're experiencing, like fatigue or brain fog a little bit right now, as you are trying to Libra see how it all is going to look, but you're just trying to go with the flow or take it day by day with maybe with a new person you're dealing with. What's happening for them in love? Trying to trust the process. That's what I said. Okay, so similar energy. You're trying to trust the process here, embracing uncertainty, and that you're going to just lead with faith on your journey right now, Libra, when it comes to love. And then we have duality dance, seeking balance in mid chaos. So you're getting pulled in one direction of your life, like business, career, home life, versus your love situation. So you're trying to find ways to, yeah, deal with both parts of your life. And you may not be so giving to a partner right now because you're trying to focus on other things. Well, I do think you want love because Libras love love. But let's see here. So let's get some characteristics of this person, my single Libras will be dealing with or are dealing with. Let's get into it, Libra. This person likes spending a lot of time alone. Maybe they like reading or they're a student, they're studying, but this person does spend a lot of time alone. They are going through a transition period. They could have moved out. Um, they could be wanting to move in with you possibly, and that may be a transition for them, like someone who does spend time a lot alone to now maybe transitioning to being more social, being more social, you know? Very gentle person. Okay, could like animals, like I said for Virgo. Could like animals, could Could baby you here even, but very compassionate, very loving, very kind, very sensitive. Kinda have had to renew themselves. I think they went through, like, a depression or something and has gone through a it's a development of changing and moving on for my Libras and, like, renewing themselves. Could've gone through a spiritual awakening. Yeah, I went through stagnation. It took them a really long time to get over an ex. A very, very long time. They could have had a drinking problem. I don't think this person realized how much they loved the ex until the ex left or something like that. Like, they didn't think that their ex would like, that they would miss the ex as much as they thought, okay? Something like that. But this person's going through a victory now or up leveling, looking better, looking good after a time of, like, really looking rough because yeah, they could have lost a bunch of weight or something like that. Like, they looked awful, and it had to do a lot with just, like, dealing with a breakup and the pain of it. This person's very innovative, like, they're really good at putting things together and creating new things as well. Okay, so very innovative, very creative as well. Maybe they work in a lab, or they, like, love science or technology, one of the 2. They work in one of those 2 fields. Okay. Could be a little nerdy, but it's cute. Alright, so how do you feel about this person? How does this person feel about you? This is not about you, Libra. Okay, how does this person feel about Libra? And tell me more about their characteristics. No, tell me more about the characteristics of this person. Okay, they work really hard. They could be a workaholic, very dedicated to their work. It could be something that unites you two. Very dedicated to their work, or I get school for some of them. A visionary. They have big dreams in their life. They work towards their dreams practically, and then they get it. So they could be an earth fire sign here. They also may ask you for help on creative projects, or they are somebody a lot of people ask for help from. A lot of people admire them, find them to be extremely charming, even though they spend a lot of time alone. They are quite assertive when they want things done. They're kind of like a boss, like they'll dictate what to other people do as well here, Libra. They're very in their head, though. They overthink a lot. 8, 8. They overthink a lot here. They get sometimes they get in their own way when it comes to socializing. So they don't really like spending too much time around people because they get in their head about like, what did this person say and what did that mean? So they could get in their heads a little bit around others, even though other people may really like them. They just don't feel they have they just need more willpower sometimes. They don't what's funny is they like being noticed, but they just don't like they like being noticed by people, but they don't wanna get too close. They like to do everything the right way as well. Okay, so how do they feel about Libra? Which you may like that because you may trust their character. Okay, so how do they feel about Libra? Oh, they are very happy with you, Libra. They feel like you are very seducing, very charming, um very romantic, like a warm invitation in, like, you just feel like warmth, like, when they're in your presence, they just feel like, from a time of being in solitude and isolating themselves to being around you, you just make them extremely happy. It's kinda like you need to be protective of that because you kind of give them life in a way by being around them. This person's highly attracted to you, finds you to be very emotionally open, and they've been very defensive about making a decision to decide on you, okay, so they could have been wobbling. They also are, they don't like when they're out possibly around others because they wanna protect you, and they've decided, like, I need to that needs to end, like, being so protective of you because you just naturally have a gift of being such a light in people's life. They can't be that protective or be that, like, mine, it's not working for you. So, yeah, they need here to kind of realize that they need to put that away, but that could be due to something in the past as well. So, yeah, they need to end that defensiveness, very defensive person, always trying to control and have the upper hand, or trying to justify themselves that it was the right move. Uh, they kinda could say, like, "I'm doing it for your happiness." So be careful of that. They are very overly sensitive as well. Could be dealing with a Leo, Pisces, or Sagittarius here. Okay, and what are they thinking towards Libra? What are they thinking towards Libra? I wanna be very warm and compassionate here with the Queen of Pentacles. I wanna be warm. I wanna be aware. Um, I've been too in my head. This person could realize they've been way too in their head, and they are trying to be more resourceful about, being I feel like they are going through a transition where they are changing, could be dealing with Aries here, could be dealing with an Aries. They're trying just to learn how to trust. Trust may not come easy to this person due to upsets in other relationships, Libra. So that's something that they struggle with. They are very truthful and honest about that they want to give to you. Okay, so this person does want to be very honest that they want to give and work on this. But they want it to be equal here and that you both put in effort so that they can be more open to this connection. But you'll feel that they're open, but they won't talk about being open to the connection. So they are an acts of service person. This is all pentacles. This person's going to work very hard to gain your approval, to gain your time, to gain your trust. This person likes effort both ways. Even though they're naturally maybe a little bit more generous in terms of what they give in terms of their time and finances here possibly, but, yeah, this person definitely may talk to you about wanting more from you as well. May want more from you in terms of effort, not in terms of, like, money necessarily, but effort given. But this person is very quiet to explain their vulnerabilities. They're not very good at that, explaining how they're vulnerable or explaining, their dreams and what they want desire, like, they have a hard time really telling people what they want, and so that could lead to a lot of arguments sometimes between you 2 possibly. Okay, um, let's see here, final messages here for Libra in this connection. It's kinda hard because this person appears bored, like, not it's like, I'm telling you all this, but you may feel bored or like it's not giving enough to you. It's like this person's investing all this time, but I don't want it. So you may not want this person, Libra. It's like this person wants you, but I don't want them. So this feels like a little bit unrequited on your side. Like I don't really want it. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to this possibility of a commitment, you're just like, I want to go in a new direction. So you may be withdrawing from this person because you don't want commitment anymore. Okay. And when I was talking about that past person in the beginning, that could be you. Okay, not wanting to kind of wanting to withdraw and start again with this person. Or yeah, you could be withdrawing, wanting to start again with this person, or this person is withdrawn and quiet because they want to commit, but they're not talking about the commitment yet because they want to go in a new direction with you. So this person will be changing for sure. This dynamic will change due to the effort put in both ways. But I think it could go silent. Libra, I don't know if you're gonna really want this person because they're gonna be putting in a lot of effort and time and you're gonna be feeling like bored or something or not interested. But we'll see. It's a lot of effort given, a lot of pentacles on the board. So you could meet this person at work, or this relationship could take a lot of work and you don't have the energy for it. But there will be a return or an apology. Okay, so this is someone wanting to come back and you're kind of tired of it. Got it. Okay, so this is like forgiveness and apologizing for not being open emotionally with you. So I'm getting an old person coming back. They need to grow up, or so they need to take care of themselves before they try getting back with you. Okay. Hmm. It feels like a merry-go-round, like round and round and round and round. Back to this, back to that, round and round and round and round. It's like I think you're just tired of that. Okay, signs you could be dealing with. We see Cancer, Sagittarius, Leo, Pisces, Aries, Capricorn. That's all I'm seeing here. And then we have Leo. Yeah, it's like wheels keep going round and round. It's getting tiring for you, Libra. It's like, yes, this is the next person coming back in, but you are aware of who they are because you guys have memories together. And there's a part of you that is just tired. I'm just tired of it. I don't, so, ooh, there's Sag, Sun, Cap, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Thank you, Chloe, for the follow. Guess we'll have to see what happens when we tap into Sag. But you're single right now? Just curious. All right. Scorpio. Hold on. I need to be right back. Oh my God. Don't feel my life. All right. Next. Next, we are doing Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio. All right. So let's see what's happening for my singles. Happy birthday to my Scorpio gang. All right. So let's see what is happening for my Scorpios in life and then love. One card for each. Okay, so right now you are finding out parts of the story that is helping you feel more open and understanding to like what's going on in your life. So you're definitely going through uncovering things that were once hidden from you. Now you understand and feel like you're getting the knowledge that was missing. Okay. And that's just in life. So that could be in career, that could be in just parts of who you are. That could be in family, that could be in this love situation. Okay, and what's happening for my single Scorpios in love? Your card. Okay, so you're actually coming into harmony with partnerships and finding ways that you kind of like binding energies with someone and feeling very in tune to them and understanding them very, very well. Hi, F6. How are you? Hello. Focus on your intentions in love, Scorpio, and navigate decisions with clear insight and purpose. So you may be at for my single Scorpios, you want to do things with purpose, and that is working in your favor. So let's get into the characteristics of who this person will be. This person could have gone through a loss. Okay, maybe they've had surgery or lost a partner or a person in their life, and I was gone through a really crazy crisis. Holy crap. Yeah, like shocking crisis out of nowhere, like a fight, and maybe even lost a previous partner. This person is renewing themselves, so this has been from a while back. This is not current. They've gotten over this. They've had time to grieve. This is someone who feels like they're ready to try again. Okay. What else about this person for Scorpio? Someone very mature. Okay. Could have a lot of responsibilities, could have children. There's a lot of people asking for them or needing them, like, their phone might go off all the time. They do have a strong sense of family. They're very dedicated to their family and the legacy they leave behind. This person could have a lot of children. This person could be widowed and have a lot of children, or that's something that happened in their family, like, they lost their mom and their dad had to take care of, like, 5 kids, 6 kids, or, like, the dad lost or the mom lost the dad, vice versa. That could be something that happened. Okay. So, what else can you tell me about this person, the Scorpio, for these single Scorpios? This person has been changing their energy. Scorpio could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Virgo, Gemini. This person has been trying to just take life as it comes, be practical. They could be very financially savvy. They're very warm. They're open hearted. Um, they like to do a lot of creative projects as a way of healing. Like they could paint or do art. They have a lot of intrusive thoughts. They're an overthinker. They're really hard on themselves sometimes, but then they also try to trust the process, try to trust where life is going, okay? They are successful. They tend to work a lot to get out of their own way. It's like when they're working and they're focusing on something, it helps their mind from running, okay? So how do they feel about Scorpio here? How do they feel about Scorpio here? The star card to the death, well, they've lost hope in this connection. A single Scorpios here. They lost faith in this connection or believing it could come together. So they've gone through an ending with you, but they love you. So they've gone through an ending with you, but they love you and they feel left out in the cold by you and that you're happy looking single and moving on. This person has also learned through an ending with you, Scorpio, how to move on and feel like themselves again. But they love you, but they don't see this coming back together. Okay, great. Why are they in your reading? Knight of Wands. Okay. They may come back for sex. Okay, so this person's gonna come back in. That's the next person coming to my singles. The next coming back, not because they want to be in a relationship with you, but because they want to Okay. This person dreams about you a lot. And yeah, they have like a lot of sexual fantasies about you still and is kind of lusting after this relationship. So if they come back in, it's like quick, you know, to get some. They feel very secure in knowing like what this is between you two, and they kind of like know that they can do this with you. Like there's no bad blood between you, so this is like a secure thing. Like maybe you two always hook up. I'm hearing that one song like from Drake, like you always know I'm back with you know who. So there's someone like not let you get back into a relationship, but you kind of always keep hearing "Keep the Door Open" by Bruno Mars. There's someone you always keep the door open with, possibly here. There's a lot of sexualizing this relationship as well. They don't like it though that you have other options. They are aware that you do. So they do feel a competitive nature, get intimidated by, the chance of you ever moving on. But they've tried to let that go because they know like they don't see it turning into a relationship again. It's like we're never getting back. Mm. So that is what I'm seeing here, like someone who comes back on in and then leaves the connection. So let's see here. What do they desire from this? Well, they're really exhausted by this connection, but they could be like keeping it out of sharing memories or feelings with you or feeling that bond with you. But they're also very exhausted by this connection. But then they reflect on it and they think of you and then desire you again. So they kind of have this very up and down part of this belief of what they want with you. They want to confess to you and come clean. Just can't say why. Okay, no one's asking for the information, so you can just leave. You can just go. This person's very conflicted with you, Scorpio, so they like disappear on you. They confess. So they do this thing with you, Scorpio, where they confess they miss you. They act infatuated with you, that they care about you, and then they run and then they leave. And so that's a very hot and what did I say? It's very hot and cold between you and this person. Okay, bye. So here with the 8 of Cups to the 3 of Cups in reverse. This is someone who's walking away, trying to narrow their options or remove some of their options and seeing who really matters by the end. Again, this is coming off like they're gonna say like, "Oh, I wanna be with you." You know, I wanna put my fears behind you and start something new here with the World card and come forward to you. So this person may be a very hot and cold for some time with you or already has been and has been trying to narrow the options to see who's most important to them, but they honestly want to win with you because they may be worried that you're moving on, that you have other options, and they are making promises to you, but then they don't keep them because they run out because they're a runner. So it's something you're gonna have to navigate here. I feel like this person makes a lot of promises to you and is going to try to show you that so that they get this start with you, but I don't know. I'm kinda getting on your end, you're kinda tired of it, but not for certain here. This person does spy on you, okay, and tries to get information. They could feel rejected because you already put your foot down. That's why I say I was feeling like you're not really having it, and you have dismissed this person, but yeah, this person feels rejected by you because you probably stopped talking to them. You probably left it, so they keep trying to find ways to get you back or like use fake accounts, use fake numbers to still hear your voice or call you Scorpio. But they do find distractions, but they still reminisce on you. So they find distractions like other people in other situations, but they're still in love with you. And that's the next person coming in for my singles at this time. Signs you could be dealing with, we have Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius now. I just feel like that whole thing, like for her to say, like, I can't help but laugh and then be like, just can't say why. It's like very like if you actually were trying to have a convert, like say how you feel, then you would explain that. And that just is not what that lady felt like. So there's no nastiness on my side. It's you're just making a blank comment saying, "Oh, haha, I don't know why I'm laughing," and then not really explaining it. So I don't put up with that. Like if I take away your message, like I don't care. Like I'm very quick. It doesn't bother me. But like it don't say it's something it's not. Read your message back and then think about it. Like when you there's only so much context in messages. So I don't like hearing that. That's just not true. Like, if you wanna bring context, then actually be say what's funny, but you didn't. You were like she was over here like, "Huh, I don't know why it's funny. I'm laughing," and then she's not saying why, and then she literally says, "I can't say why," and then tries to turn it around. Nice. No, not having that. I don't like that shit. Take it elsewhere. Like, my channel. No one else's. Okay, Sagittarius, it is your turn. And I'm going to be honest, I will do that with anybody. I don't care. Messages don't matter to me. I will remove. It does not bother. Does not bother me. You wanna be authentic, you wanna be real, explain yourself. Okay, Sagittarius. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Dorothy. Thank you for being patient. I know you've been on for a minute. Hi, Lakshmi. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see for the singles what's happening in your life and what's going on in your love life. So let's see a general here. Okay, so right now, Sagittarius, thank you, Jonathan. That was very sweet of you. So right now, Sagittarius, you could be feeling like you are trying to align with your dreams, what you find to be successful, and wanting to stay open to what your dreams are and having that spirit link with God or the universe. So that's kind of what's happening for you right now. Success or your career or your money is more important, maybe right now, than love for you. But we'll see here what's happening in love. Oh, Chloe, this is your first time to the channel. Oh, thank you for telling me that. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So when it comes to your love life, Sagittarius, it feels like there's a need to harness being doing something differently to get a different outcome in love. It feels like some part of you has been doing love or getting into relationships the same way, and it's just not working. So, for instance, like you could be online dating, right? And it's not working out for you or something like that. So you might be trying to find new ways or maybe always playing the friends card and then eventually like working your way into a relationship. It's like, yeah, that's not working anymore. So you're trying to find a new way to date or be in relationships. Okay. So let's see what is happening for Sagittarius and the person they're connecting with. Okay. All right. This person's very sweet or very generous with you, very giving to you. Could come from a traditional background or heritage. This person does have money here, Sagittarius. Okay, they are willing to spend on you. They could be someone who's very acts of service based. No, I'm just to the point. They have a lot of energy, like they have a lot of vitality. I mean, that song I can go on and on. Some ask me how it lasts so long. 1,200 hours. I feel like it's a Jay-Z song. How on and on. Maybe like a Jay-Z Kanye song. I can't remember it, but it's something like that. So this person has a lot of energy, energy. They have a very fulfilled, they feel very fulfilled in their life. Like I said, they're wealthy, generous, fulfilled, and they feel like they are alive again. Okay, so maybe at some point, yeah, they feel alive. They feel like they're always out doing things. Okay, so they could be very social or they could be a runner. Okay, could be someone very athletic as well. Okay, this person's lying about how they feel about you. They could have been holding back. That it's very hard for them to open up, and they feel almost like responsible Sagittarius within a connection in the ways that they've possibly betrayed you. Okay. Um, this is also someone who feels like they want to make things right and just start over. This is someone who's hurt you and held back about a lot of the ways that they've deceived you, and now they're moving they're moving on. So that's someone previous here. They're trying to make a wrong right and start over with you. They have a lot of fears about trying to reunite this thing or get it back up and going. And they do have an inner awareness that they have a love for you that they can't describe that they have with anybody else. So it's like if anyone else did this to me, I'd be done. It could be you or them. Like there could have been a cheating here or lying. Both cheating and lying because they're both like together. But this person here feels like they still, even though there's some fear here, it's like I want to be honest about my true intentions or how I truly feel about you. So this person has kind of lied about how they felt about you. Honestly, they could have lied about how they felt about you because they were afraid of being rejected. This could be somebody at work. So they also have to be responsible about what they say because they don't want to some of them don't want to fall for the potential of it. So they're concealing a lot about how they feel. So they're lying about how they feel and they're definitely concealing it. And they've been concealing. So you have like an admirer or someone really wanting you, Sagittarius, okay, who's been hiding their true feelings for you and acting like they don't care, even though they very much do care. Right now, they're trying to like trust themselves, okay? Trust themselves, take time for solitude, for an inner knowing within them that they can trust this. They just don't know why they keep coming towards you, but they do. They entertain it. They entertain you. It's the drive in them to wanna talk to you and keep things going. Like, I don't know why I always see myself with you. This person pictures you in that position, okay, of the person that they're looking for. When they think about someone they wanna be with, Sagittarius, they feel you in that spot. So this person not saying that your potential, but yeah, like, they feel like with you, they almost fall for the potential of what they see you to be, and they probably have communicated that. Like, "I see a lot of talent in you, Sagittarius. I could see you being, this or that." So this person falls for the idea of you, then sometimes yeah, this person could be very, like, idealistic in ways. Yeah, they could be thinking about the ways they wanna drive the boat or steer the relationship. They kinda don't wanna, like, control you, but they wanna steer it in the right direction. And I'm looking at all these, like, movements here, like, you got the boat, you got the motorcycle. So this person is willing to do anything to get close to you. Okay. Hi, Capricorn. We're doing that right after Sagittarius. Okay, so hang tight. So yeah, they're steering the connection and trying to make it something secure. But every time they talk to you, they get confused. With the Knight of Swords to the Seven of Cups, every time I talk to you, I get confused. And I just want to feel secure in this. So they fear that's why the fear keeps coming out for them. Because every time they talk to you, it makes them feel indifferent to the connection and a little bit withdrawn because it's like in my head or what I believe in my ideals of Sagittarius, I see it this way. And then every time I talk to Sagittarius, I feel indifferent to how I imagined it to go. Chloe's like confirmed. That's me. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So what is the outcome between these two? Okay. Well, this is someone you probably sometimes still lust after or feel very tempted by because the passion's there sexually. And so it's like somebody that like, or when they know that they want you. It's not a question of Sagittarius if they want you. Um, the the thing here is that they're overly cautious and obsessive about you. So the overly cautious fears because they don't meet the idealized version of you. It's like, well, we have really good sex. But other than that, every time we do relationships, it's never as good as I dream it to be. Or every time I think we're gonna get here, Sagittarius, it's just not the ideal of what I imagine. So they really crave you sexually. I mean, you guys may hook up again. That's why this person's coming in. Because I always say who's coming in next for the singles, right? And so the next person coming for you is probably an ex who wants to. That's who's coming back in. They're gonna try. They're gonna try Sagittarius to come back in for that. Um, yeah, you're a great fantasy, but not the most reliable to this person. I'm sorry, that's just what I'm getting. Chloe's over here laughing. I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm just getting that. I can't deny it. I can't deny it. Mm. Okay, let me pull some of these. Return. Second, oh, sorry, that one was down. Return, second chance, trying to make amends with you because you're a good distraction and a really good fantasy. Yeah. So that's the person who's coming back in, the one who's fantasizing you sexually, who wants to kind of get back into your good graces. So that's what I see here, Sagittarius. I'm always back with you know who. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. Kind of sounds familiar to that reading. All right, could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Leo. Person also could be a workaholic. Like they work a lot. So you are like I said, you're a good distraction from when they're not working. Virgo, Pisces, Pisces, Capricorn. Aries, Libra. All right, Capricorn. Chloe says, "Well, confirmed." Oh, you're a Libra, Sun, Gemini, Moon, Scorpio, rising. Wow, I really tapped into your energy. Okay, got it. Are you real, Jonathan? Okay, Capricorns. Last but not least, it is your turn. Thank you, Debbie. You're welcome, Jonathan. Aw, glad to hear that, Chloe. Thank you. Nice seeing you. Okay. Last but not least, Capricorn. I'm gonna just be focusing on this. Nothing really in the chats. So, all right. So, Capricorn, let's see what's happening for my singles and see what is happening for you in general and then in love. Okay. All right. So when it comes to just life in general, it's like you're trying to just have a secure foundation. Maybe you feel like you're starting from the ground up again, okay, finding yourself again, and just trying to find a sense of stability as you move forward because you feel like you're doing a journey again or something new in your life, even though you're still you. It's like there's this new journey that you're tapping into, and you're trying just to ground yourself at this time and stay. I'm hearing afloat. So, not letting pressure or anything get to you, like finding a way to calm yourself, finding your inner call, maybe your inner calling. Mm, okay. Okay, so there is something new coming for you in love. We do have new worlds. Maybe this person's foreign from you, or maybe you're meeting somebody on a trip. But it does say there are more things for you to discover, so don't give up. So maybe there's somebody here that you've talked to, um, and there's still more to discover. We have winds of fortune in a connection. So guide your sails and maneuver through life's opportunities and challenges with adaptability. So maybe being more adaptable in this situation. Things could change in this situation too. So things that maybe appear challenging, move forward with ease. Okay. So let's see the characteristics of this person. Okay, this person could be a little bit spoiled. Okay, they kind of get what they want. Okay. Um, so that is a characteristic. It's like things kind of have to go their way or the highway. They don't really like playing with others, whatever that means. If I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. Yeah, it's giving that. This person is hardworking. Okay, they do work hard. They could be a mother or have very maternal qualities, or they just get along well with kids. They could have kids. They could have a lot of degrees because I'm looking at the background. This person could be more mature, older than you. It seems like this person's a very curious person. They ask a lot of questions, very different questions than other people would normally ask. So, yeah, they're always curious, asking a lot of questions. So, what about that? And what about this? And what about that? So they have, even though they're older, they have a very like a curiosity of a child, even if they are mature. Okay. And they are going through a transition in their life. All right. Those are some of the characteristics. Let me find out a little bit more from this person, Capricorn. Let's find out a little bit more of who this person is. So, there's somebody who's going through a new step in their life, begin again. I'm hearing begin again, begin again. So, doing that song. So, they have a lot of faith in where their life is leading them at this time. And they're stepping into something new here where they're starting to feel more confident in themselves. They're starting to be more comfortable in their surroundings. They could kind of lead life with grace, kind of try to take life as it comes, try to stay present. They take a lot of responsibility for their part in situations. They don't just say, "Oh, it's all this person's fault." So this person always sees two sides to a situation. They think everything has a cause and effect. Could be quite flexible in terms of not try and take life too seriously. Yeah, they balance out. They're not perfect, but they try to balance out the good and the bad. I think this person naturally does appear a little bit more optimistic. They have good days and bad days, I'm hearing, just like anyone else, but, they are very responsible for themselves, and they're always working on themselves. They could be obsessed with working on themselves. Like, with that 9 of Pentacles, they could be perfection on working on themselves as well here. Okay, so how do they feel about Capricorn? I think, they're trying to decide if they should what they should do. They don't know what to do. And it feels like, I don't know what to do with you, Capricorn. Um, with the Four of Swords to the Temperance, it's like I'm trying to find harmony in this connection or find a way that we work, but I feel like maybe I just need to take a break from this, or we need to take a step back from the situation because they maybe don't really want they are realizing things are gonna change, but they'd like to do it peacefully with the Temperance card, so there could be here a quiet ending between you 2, but it's like I guess this person here let me pull more here so I get it right. This person was hoping for a new chance with you, and I think they're just realizing that They had a lot of faith in where this was going, but it's not ending up the way they thought it would with the Fool card to the Death card. I guess they thought that maybe you guys needed a break. So this is someone you could have been in a break with, and they were curious because we had curiosity here to see what you were up to or see if there could be a reconciliation possibly. But it's like they start it and then it dies. So they're realizing that in order for this to work, they have to do a lot to put the take matters into their own hands. Okay, and how do they think about this? That's how they're feeling. It's like in order for this to go anywhere, it's like I'm gonna have to do all the work to get with Aquarius. And I think there's just a lot of endings due to no action being taken and no real plan to move forward. So I think this person's kind of gonna remain quiet here because they want to be happy and they don't really like anything getting them outside of their happiness. So if something's not feeling like it's gonna feel good, then I don't really wanna and we're not really like, I'm saying I'm hearing we didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. Don't know where that's coming from. So this person kinda lost sight of why they were going towards it. And they wanted to be happy because they thought it would be happy to connect with you again. Just to realize I'm not in control of this. You're in control, Capricorn, and you don't want it to move. So they're realizing, like, oh, I get it. So, like, you don't, I'm getting kind of someone here who feels like you don't really like them. That's what it's looking like here. Like, oh, okay, I understand. Like, this isn't going anywhere. Because in order for it to go, I have to do all this effort, and Capricorn's not giving me any, which means they're not really interested. So, in order for me to be happy, I just kind of need to move away from it because I care about my happiness and me doing all the effort, and me doing all the communicating, and me making all the plans or trying to make something happen isn't really fun. So, with the 9 of Wands to the 10 of Pentacles, this person is quickly um changing, trying to put effort in. I feel like their effort is kind of going to quickly change because they really want a sense of security here. With the 10 of Pentacles, I really want to feel like comfort and maybe they thought it would be quicker to get into getting to know you and it's taking a lot of effort on their side or it feels like there's more effort being put on their side. I think they're letting go of a dream here because you're too defensive. Okay, with the 9 of Cups being here, it's like, I think I need to let this go because 'cause you're too defensive, and I had this you know, I was envisioning that we would get on really well, but you're very guarded towards me, so I'm just gonna let it go. Because I don't know how to make this work. Like, how much do I put in? How much do I give? How much do they give in or give? And I don't know. So this person's feeling very lost and confused, and just feeling like they don't have control in the situation and that you have a lot of the control here and they just want to be happy in it. So if it's not feeling like if that ace of wands in reverse, that's telling me endings are there's endings due to no action. A block of inspiration. There's no inspired action for them to want to take effort forward. So they're just kind of like, letting the fantasy die because it's not turning out the way that they attended it to. 5 of Pentacles being left out in the cold. They feel like they're being left out in the cold. Okay. So, let's see final outcomes here. Hi, Rogue Punk Rock. Hello. This is a repeated pattern. Um, and they kind of just want to stay into themselves, like in their inward about their feelings towards this because they feel like it's a repetitive thing that has happened before with you. So they really don't feel like talking about it with you. Uh, they are kind of running from being open hearted. Okay, so they're kind of not being able to be open, due to not feeling an openness in the connection and feeling like they're just gonna keep that to themselves. They're very private, so they're gonna keep it to themselves. And I guess they're kind of wanting to open to their heart to someone who's ready for commitment and ready for, that level of commitment that they want because they were desiring a 10 of pentacles. So they're looking for security and commitment. And so they are keeping their heart open for the right person, but they also are going to leave behind anyone who makes them feel like an ex did. And so maybe there's a part here, Capricorn, where you make them feel like someone they've already dealt with. So it doesn't make them feel like it's safe. So they're going to run away from it out of feeling like their effort is being dismissed in theory. So that's what I see here. I see someone coming in, but um I mean I can do an energy check on you, but it feels here like they're not feeling it from your side. So okay. So you're coming off as someone with really high standards and you're judging them, but you're not seeing the problem. Thanks, Jonathan. So that could be something here, okay, where you're judging them, but you're not seeing where the problems lie, like, you're refusing to see it and you're refusing to do anything. It's like you're just watching them and seeing what they do, so you're judging them, judging their character, just watching them, and, you know that they wanna work on this with you. You know that they're putting an effort towards you, and it's like you're just watching them, but you're aware that they are putting in the effort. And you're also aware that they're going you're very aware of how this person feels, Capricorn. You also are aware that this person is going to stop. You are aware that they're going to stop investing due to stalemate energy. Because obviously, what else are you going to do when someone doesn't try with you? You're going to stop. So you're aware that of what this person wanted. You could just be open to new love, and this needs to end so that you can be with somebody else because you want to work it out with someone else. So that could be why here. You don't wanna invest in this person because there's already somebody else that you have an option with. So there's new love coming for you. Maybe it's someone you work with or someone you're aware of already, and you would rather just work with them than this person. So yeah, you're open to new love and, you want someone who's collaborative with you. So you don't find this person to be truly available. Okay? You find this person to Hi, Sherry. You find this person to be very honest. Uh, So, yeah, I see you actually getting new love. Someone maybe you work with, a coworker, someone that you've already been friends with, or it starts out friendly, and can be honest about how they feel because this person hasn't been fully honest with you about how they feel. Um, telling you like, "Hey, I don't feel like you're putting in effort." They're not trying to have those kind of conversations or telling you what they really want with you. And so because they're not really telling you what they want and I'm hearing blurred lines. Blurred lines, I know you want it. So they want something, but if they're not communicating it, so, you'd rather work with someone who's more communicative with you. All right. So that is what I have for Capricorn. Tomorrow we're going to be doing all about you guys. So check in for that. Signs you could be dealing with here. We have Libra, Virgo, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, Libra, Pisces, Sagittarius. Okay. And on this side, we have Scorpio twice and Aries. Strong Aries here, strong Scorpio. Yeah, it could be good with any sign. So that is what I have for you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Aura. Bye.